I'm Rebecca Elder, Adjunct Preservation Field Services Officer for Amigos Library Services, and today we are going to mend a book with book repair tape. So, you have a torn book. In some cases, it's permissible to mend the book with tape. You should never use tape on anything that's designated for permanent retention or special collections, but for circulating collections, a good quality book repair tape is acceptable. Filmoplast P is the one that we use. Comes in a roll. And what I always start out by doing is cutting off a piece and cutting it into thirds. The reason we're cutting it into thirds is A, it's much more economical, and B, it becomes a much prettier mend with a lot less tape. If a conservator ever has to take that tape off, it'll be a lot easier for them to take off a small piece than a big one. Then I'm going to cut my tape to about the size that I need. And my little tear goes around a corner, so I'm going to actually need to do 2 pieces of tape. The hardest part of this is peeling the backing off the tape. What I do is turn a corner over and pull hard with my thumb, and that does the trick for me. But it's really all about practice. I promise you, it'll take you a minute to figure it out, but once you figured it out, you can do it every time. Then I'm just going to put the tape down, use a bone folder to make sure it's really adhered, and do the same thing on my turn where it goes around the corner. You always want to make sure you have clean hands when you do this, because otherwise you'll get fingerprints on your tape and you'll be able to see them through the tape. And so you see how I left it hanging off the edge. That's exactly what we want to do. For a book, I always work on both sides, so I'm going to do the same exact thing on the back side of the page. 2 small pieces of tape. There's the first one. And here comes the second. I overlap my pieces of tape by about 1/8 of an inch. I'm not going to be able to get that one started. I'll try another one. Much better. And I'm going to leave that hanging over the edge too. You don't want to wrap the tape around because you'll end up with a bump. Instead, you want to take something like a piece of blotter, some lightweight cardboard, something, and stick it underneath your page to protect the pages beneath it, and use a sharp knife. You don't need a ruler. You can just use the edge of the page as your straight edge and gently trim off the excess. And voila, you have a beautiful mend that will hold up for the life of the book. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.